Hello, everyone. It's I again, Shay's Creations, and I am extremely exhausted. And I came here to say something about money orders, but I'm going to say if you're suffering from exhaustion with fibromyalgia and a few other things, I can totally understand. The only reason why I'm up out of my bed right now is because my caseworker is working on something for me. But I was making something in the oven, and when it came out, I realized I couldn't stay up any longer, and I crashed completely. Matter of fact, a couple of hours. But I am dead to the world, exhausted, and I have a bed coming in a little while, and I'm not leaving that box in this home, so I'm gonna figure it out. But I think I figured it out already. I'm going to put the headboard behind the frame, and I'm going to try to see if I can use my current frame and the headboard, and maybe wait 2 weeks or so before I transition the main frame to the new frame. That way I'll be able to empty the box, maybe stuff the contents of the box under my bed. But as far as me putting a bed together, I can see me putting the bed together in about 2 hours. The energy that I need to put that bed together, I don't have it. Not today. The only good thing is I mopped the kitchen already. I mopped both the bathrooms. I do not have to do anything with that dining table if I don't want to. I sit right there and make my greeting cards. It is absolutely a matter of picking and put little garbage, but it's definitely not going to ever be cleaned off unless I decide to clean it completely off. But I'm going to tell you something, and I've noticed a few people who have jumped on the bandwagon. So I'm not saying that I do it, not saying that I don't do it, but I know someone in my building who does it as well. When just say you have a hustle and grind and someone wants to pay you, tell them to pay you in a blank money order. That way, that hustle and grind, you don't have no temptations or any temptations of going in and picking up this because you want it. That hustle and grind automatically goes to a bill. Um, I know someone in my building who has been doing it for quite some time, and it is absolutely working for her. I don't know how it would work unless you are the type of person who went to the post office and bought stamps, but it would it would give some help to your local post office. The post office is backed up now with a shortage of employees and things. That's because funding was low, stamps weren't selling as much, and stuff like that. Um, so if you have a hustling ground, like I said, and someone gives you a blank money order, you automatically have something towards your bill coming up. And don't wait until the bill is due. You know the bill is coming. Just send the money order. That way it will be there either before it's due, and then it will take off, and then just say you have, you work, you get monthly whatever, it don't matter, with a fixed income, automatically you have that less amount that you can put a little in your savings, your retirement fund or something like that. So it balances itself out and it works. I was thinking this morning about the fact that I absolutely did a 360 when it comes to my crafting and a lot of other things, and it helped me be able to just put my money, just do a bill pay to a bill that was coming up. Now, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If I don't care if it's $1.50 and I have it, I'm putting it on a bill that's coming up. So now, being that I do that, like I think I already paid towards my rent next month. My car insurance is already paid for next month, but I'm due to pay 88 on a bill, but I already sent 70. They just don't have it. So, and I mailed it the 25th of last month, one part of the money order. And then the next, I went and I had to do that because I don't have a debit card. So, uh, my debit card, I don't want to change my debit card until after a certain bill is taken out of my card. Then I can change the thing. But when you lose your password and all that other stuff, I am so sick and tired of being uh, distracted. I say I'm going to get a book and I'm going to write my passwords, but I don't want to write my passwords in a book. Just say something happened to me. I'm in the hospital for 7 days. Somebody has to come here and find something. They got my book with all my passwords. So I don't want to do that. So I have already found a method to the madness in my mind. So little by little, I'm changing different passwords to this format where I won't be able to forget the password. It's just that when someone gets into one account, then you feel like you have to change, all the accounts. So it is what it is. So I'm gonna probably work on that today, but I kid you not, I'm exhausted. And I kind of wish that bed was coming in today. Ooh, Lord. But I'm going to love it. I don't even really know what it looks like. I kid you not. When I saw it in the thing for me to choose for the sample, I don't even really know. I just know I saw the word country, and I'm a country girl living in New York. I love country stuff like that. So I'm already seeing me making some plaid bedroom attire, but I have to now figure out what I'm gonna do as far as my bed. I have a pink comforter on my bed, and I don't sleep under it. I only have some covers on top, and I sleep on it. But my daughter was here a few weeks ago, and she was really angry with me. I purchased her a blue, really thick comforter because she was cold. I don't sleep under comforters, and my comforter I got for a sample, so it didn't matter anyway. And I put it on the bed, and she started crying one day, and then she just boom, you know how the mouth get open and say, "You gave me a blue comforter, you don't even like pink like that." And I'm like, "Oh no, why would I even?" But she didn't even get the concept of the fact that she was cold at night. So there goes that. So when I speak to her today, I'm going to ask her, could she please return me the blue comforter? And today I'm going to take the pink one off of the bed, and she could take it to her building and wash it downstairs and put it on her bed. She'll be so much happier. If you walk in there in her beautiful room, have to say beautiful room, you will think the bottle of pink nail polish just exploded everywhere. I don't even know if there's two other colors in there other than the wall, and all I see is pink. And I just, when I go in, I gotta come right back out. I'm like, oh, I got so tired of pink. Oof. But I'm gonna take the pink off my bed today. I'm sitting here enjoying a cup of coffee and some green tea, but I took maybe 2 sips of the coffee and I'm awake. But I don't want to rely on coffee for energy anymore. So I'm doing everything in my power to, to drink as much green tea as I can and to drink the peppermint tea and stuff like that. But the coffee is horrible because when you get that crash, especially someone who's dealing with issues like I am, you get the crash. It is what it is. So when I was in the kitchen today, I went to fall and I grabbed the counter, and when I grabbed the counter, I hurt my hand. So all inside of here feels like it's broken. I know it's not broken because I'm using my fingers and everything. So I know it's not broken, but between this hand hurting and my exhaustion, oh, oh, I don't know which one is worse. But I tell you no lie, last night after I put this couch bed together, I sat right here and I watched TV for about 2 hours, and then I drifted a little bit into my cell phone, which is not normal. I probably don't even. Oh, it's right here, and the volume is down and everything, so I'm so thankful. And then my house phone only rang twice today. My care manager and my doctor. Boom. So the spammers are knowing not to call the house and stuff like that. But sometimes we got to do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? I mopped the back bathroom and the front bathroom, and then I realized that the toilet paper is missing from the back bathroom, and I barely even. So I'm like, okay, the whole thing is missing, and I already dumped the garbage can. So I'm wondering now, did someone come upstairs? Kindness wins. That's that. I'm gonna go put a roll of toilet paper in the back bathroom. Excuse me, boys and girls. I forget. I forget sometimes it's just better to just do it. I forget sometimes. Yeah, I'm human, just like y'all are. Just like y'all are. I was about to say something because it is something people do. They go to different locations and they grab the toilet paper and they leave. But when you use a different method like rags, you tend to notice things and stuff like that. I ended up the other day. I got a box of garbage bags. I think you mentioned it. I mentioned it. My neighbor has two handicapped children, so she uses garbage a lot. So I gave her one of the rolls inside of the thing, and I was telling her that I'm contemplating whether or not I'm just waiting on a doctor's note for me to fill out the application to move to the other apartment, but it doesn't it doesn't giving up the parking space. Nothing else warrants me giving up the parking space, even free electricity, because as long as I'm insured, I'm good in the parking space downstairs. But to know I never have to shovel out my car with my hands like this, that is the only thing. And I just spoke to my care manager, and it's like, duh. So, and that was the main issue why I needed the garage downstairs. So, I guess, I'm guessing, and then I did find out that it doesn't matter where I move, my rent is going to stay the same, which I don't know how I could have overlooked in the beginning, because so I said I'm not gonna rush and do that. What I'm gonna wean and do today is just a little bit of decluttering, like on my counter. I started already, and then the little bar piece there where my flowers are. Those things I actually need. Everything is there because I need it, but it's summertime now, and this air conditioner needs to go through that window to get to me in that kitchen. So I'm gonna do a few picking up and stuff like that. So that gives me something else to do. I vacuumed everywhere, so I have nothing to do when it comes to that. I do believe it's time for me to decide on some things I'm not going to buy anymore, and I'm going to lean towards. Uh, I still don't buy paper towel. Someone else picks up paper towel, and it ends up in here. But I notice that I'm using it more than I want to. Um, I recently realized I have about 40 bottles of dish detergent, and I'm talking the huge ones. So I'm going to probably stop buying dish detergent because I think I have enough at this point. I also use Dawn dish detergent in my washing machine. So, I use a lot of soap. Um, I use Dawn in my dish detergent when I'm washing my rags and stuff. I use Dawn. I use vinegar. So I believe it's time for me to cut down on the dish detergent. Um, I realized that I have over 20 bottles of body wash, and that's because I buy the body wash by the case, especially since the Dollar Tree had the Bath and Body Works version. But I ended up buying. I think I bought 3 cases, so I may have one in there, and then one my daughter got. And she said, "Mommy, you bought the case again? Excuse me. How else am I supposed to buy it if I'm buying it on the computer? If you shop from DollarTree.com and then you have a cashback app, you get a few cents back, and those cents actually add up. And then if you're not tracking those cents, when a check pops up at your door, you be like, "Woo, I got a few dollars." You know what I'm saying? I just take it and put it in my bank, and it automatically goes to a bill. Automatically goes to a bill. So that's all I do with my cashback. But I'm getting so sick and tired of Rakuten. I don't know what's going on with Rakuten, but they have not issued me my blessings. But April, and May, Fetch is gonna give me a lot of points, boys and girls. When I was grinding for the summertime, making sure I got all my stuff that I wanted to stock now to possibly be somewhere in the summer, I was grinded. I took 2 loans, and one was my washing machine, which was 400 and change, and then the other one was all the stuff I was grinding, which ended up over $1,000, and it went over $1,000 twice, but not over 1,000 completely. I got down to like 700, and then I ended up getting my couch. So, and yesterday, so you know what I'm saying. But anyway, now I'm under 800 on one, and I'm under I think 600 on another. Now, if I did not have to do whatever it is I have to do for my car next month, which I'm hoping is just the inspection, but maybe today I'll go slide by someone and find out. But if I didn't have to pay that, that would have been a double bill onto the loan. Now I already have the loan covered, but what I'm actually trying to do is cover the loan and then double the loan so that I could go down. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, I done killed it with the interest already because I have paid so much. I'm ahead already in the June 25th payment that is already paid. I'm basically already paid for July as well. So it's just a matter of me getting it, to them. So it's already spoken for. So I'm so happy. And when I'm finished with those two, which um, the entire thing, by their recollection, is supposed to be paid in October, finished in October. It's going to be finished before October because the one that's due in June, I already have that covered, and I have July covered. So what I figured out is when it comes to me making a payment, I can go to the top where what's next is due. But what I actually do is go to the top where a few of them are due, few small amounts are due, and I knock those off. And then I go to the very bottom of the calendar that they allow you to see where your bills are, and I take a bill from the bottom. So now the July and the August I'm working on. So when it's all said and done, October is going to be off the map when it comes to paying that bill because I'm gonna make sure. And when I say the July, that payment is $35 and probably 49 cents. So that's the largest payment I have out of all of the other ones. Some of them are like 11.22 and 9.12 and stuff like that. So I just try to knock off those, and then I go down to the 35 one, and I knock that one off. Even if I only have 20, I'll knock it off with the 20, and it'll bring it to, so. Uh, I tell you one thing. For me to be living on Brokeville Lane, I sure do master out how I'm gonna knock off those bills. But there is nothing gonna stand in my way because I do not have any intentions on restocking myself or any of that. I don't have any intentions on any of that. Hopefully, I'll be able to withstand those transactions because I'm extremely too tired. I'm extremely too tired. Sometimes I'm in here dragging my walker just to hold me up, but I'm extremely too tired. Right now, I basically was sitting on this hand, to hold my hand, but I'm too tired. I'm too tired to even hold a cup to walk around the apartment and drink, So, and now with this freaking 70 something degrees every daggone day this week, I'm like, ugh. And then yesterday in the elevator, my coat was open, and I'm sitting here in my wiping the sweat off my head, and the manager, he said, it's not even summer yet, give it time. I said, what? And he knows I'm dying in here already. So, and then I said to my mother yesterday, to alleviate these hot flashes, I could stop taking my bipolar medicine. But she said, well, please let me know when you do that so I can stay away. And then, she doesn't come here, so I don't know how to stay away. I would have to stay away from her. But but I'm not doing any of that. I'm not mixing up. I'm not changing up. I'm going to stay right on my medicine. I just plan on putting on my air conditioner, and that's it. So I just don't want to put the air conditioner on while the heat is still running. Now, I was in my craft room trying to get on the computer to take care of a few things, and I couldn't do anything in there other than put my bike inside of there because the bed is coming. So I got to make sure that the entryway here is clear because that headboard and stuff is coming out of that box. I'm not keeping no box in here like that. So I needed to put the bike inside of there momentarily, and then I fixed the window up and all the other stuff. Coral, I am so thankful for that throw that you gave me because it is going to help me so much in the summertime. When I tell you, yesterday I took it down from the window because I was going to put it on the couch, but I said no, that is going to keep that sun. That sun is dangerous that comes in through that window. And I already requested a blind, but it doesn't matter if they give me blind. That sun, that boom in there, I can't take it. And sitting close to that window where my desk is, and I said, oh, this thing came in such in handy. So yesterday I took the stool, the chair, went in there, and I got up on the window and I put it up and fixed it up really good. Now the bottom, I'm gonna have to take some type of cloth and just pin it under to get that sun. But when I turn my air conditioner on this summer in that room, boom, it's gonna be really nice because that sun is gonna boom be at bay. Now in here, I have a roll of some clear plastic, but I don't know where I got it from. It's a free sample, obviously, but I don't know if it's for the window, for the sun, for furniture. I don't know what it is. I just know it's a roll. So I'm leaning towards it goes to the window, but I don't know. These blinds I put down already this morning. The sun just was coming in, so you probably can hear it banging on the window, but these blinds are going to be kept down. I'm so happy with this living room. I'm so happy with this living room. The only thing, I made a boo-boo. I should not have taken this glass table. And I was telling my neighbor yesterday, I said, this is just not for me. And I wanted the center table because I was transitioning from my bedroom being right here to my bedroom being there, and I was completely oblivious to the fact that I'm in here falling and this glass is dangerous. So I'm like, but I'm going to put an ottoman, probably go to the Dollar Tree and get some of them little squares and build myself. I am amazing when it comes to stuff like that. I could take a box and you don't even know it's a table. So I said I'm just going to go to the Dollar Tree, but I'm going to try to stay out of the Dollar Tree because it's not a need right now. It's definitely not a need. And I am having a good time deciphering my needs because while I can see a nickel and a dime going here, it's exciting me. It's exciting me. And on top of that, when I got the washing machine, my credit score was over 720. My credit score went whoop under 500. I think it was under 500. Under 500. Maybe like 534, something like that. Anyway, I wasn't worried about it in the least because I knew I used over a certain threshold of credit. So, and I had no issues with that whatsoever because a washing machine to me is the same as food to someone else. So there goes that. But my credit, last I checked, my credit was 600 on the nose. But I got 2 alerts that I have something to be celebrating. So I know my credit score is above 600 now. And like I said, I was due to pay 80 something next month, but I already paid 70 something's already there. They didn't get it yet, so it's in the mail. So when they get it, they'll get it, and it's gonna go up again. I just wish it could have got there before the 14th or so of this month because it would have jumped up during this month. But it doesn't matter. The nervous part of today is I have a letter in my mailbox from the housing office. I said I can call the housing office and find out what it is, or I can just calm my nerves down, not to think it's anything overwhelming, because it's only one thing I'm hoping for. But it's either that. But the bottom line is, if it's not what I'm hoping for, I accept whatever it is. I'm not going to borrow problems. I'm not going to stress myself. I'm not going to do any of that. I've already taken the time from the time I saw it in my mail that it's coming. I've already taken the time to say whatever decision they have made, I'm going to accept it and do the best I can with it. And that's it. I don't have to. I'm not in any way, shape, or form looking for something else to make my day worse than what it is. I know you're going to say I was wrong to do it, but someone came into my home yesterday, and I hadn't seen her in a long time. Matter of fact, I was recording when she called, and then she said she was on her way, so she came. Then I went to her house, but before we got to her house, she complained about this, she complained about that, she complained about this, she complained about that, and it drained me it completely just whizzled my little bit of energy, my lift of goodness I had, because I had just finished putting this couch together. So I said, and I was in her home at the time, and I had no choice but to sit down and ask for something to drink because I was exhausted. And I even told her I had no business driving her home, but I did anyway. But I wasn't exhausted to where I'll go pass out at the wheel. No, none of that. But she has an amazing apartment, washer and dryer, stainless steel refrigerator, beautiful hardwood floors. I mean, the top of the line, everything she has, and everything she complains about. And I couldn't take it anymore. So I said, I apologize. And I know I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it anyway because we rock like that. I said, you're a senior citizen, and she's not in good health. We'll just leave it there. She's not in good health. I said, you've done nothing but complain. I said, have you any idea how beautiful your home is? And she was like, I know, it's just that. I said, no, you need to stop that, because if all of this was wiped away in your condition, I would have nowhere to go. Change the way you think about some of the things you're dealing with. And just yesterday or the day before yesterday, someone was on the computer making like 5 or 6 complaints. And I wasn't going to play in a sandbox going through that. And normally I would have walked away, but I couldn't on this one because I said, well, when you go in your room and you lay down on your bed, why don't you rub your hand across your mattress and look straight up above you and see what you have? Maybe you'll find 2 things to be thankful for. Maybe a little gratitude might help your day lift a little bit. And next thing you know, I left it, and all I see is thumbs up and little hugs and little stuff like that people started sending me, and I'm one that anyone could tell you. I used to find the flaws and everything, and I used to but now, as exhausted as I was, and still am, I mopped 2 floors today. No, 3 floors. The kitchen and 2 bathrooms today. I cleaned out 1 sink already. I'm gonna go in this bathroom and clean the sink and clean the mirror. I have nothing else to clean that bathroom. I don't even use the shower, so nothing else to clean in there. The other day I was exhausted. You know what I did? I nearly died in here. I laid over that bathtub and I put my dawn in the tub and I started cleaning my bathtub. And I got in the bathtub that day, in literally the bath. Now, usually I take a shower. Like this morning, I got up and I took a shower. I was angry this morning when I took a shower because I should never have taken a shower this morning. But the reason why I took a shower this morning is because I truly believe it's a gift from God that I can get my ass in some water and put my head under that water and wash my body and get my body nice and clean for the new day. So I got in the shower, but the condition I was in, if I had fallen in that shower, I would not have been able to get up. So it would have been over. When I fainted in the tub the last time, my elbow hit the socket piece, so the water was just coming up, and my head was under the thing, and the water had got right to my nose, inside. And there's always a spirit in this house. At the time, it was about 6 in here, just to lift my chin, just like that. And the next thing you know, my neighbor came walking through the door to check on me, but I didn't even know she was here because I was in and out because I fainted. But I did know that something lifted and I even told her, but I even asked her, what made you come here? She said, something just made me come and check on you. And that's one of the reasons why a neighbor in my building, anytime I live in a building, always has my key. Always. Yep, always. When I think of moving sometimes, number one place I researched was Oregon. I talked to some very nice people in the housing office. One lady was telling me which streets because of the bus and all this other stuff. Because I didn't want to. I was gonna, of course, be a driver, but I didn't want to rely on driving. So she was telling me where some stores are, and in some places that they really don't have any stores. But when I say kindness, you understand me? So, but when I think of moving and I think of peace and tranquility, It's what I have here in the wintertime at night when everyone's in their homes. Now, not around 3 o'clock in the morning because you know the little wildebeest comes outside, but now that it's going to be 70 something degrees, I may not even be able to watch my TV for months because the reggae club up the block, 2 blocks around the corner, you can hear that music all the way up in here. Then the Spanish people's music from the house here, they blast it so loud you can hear. You think it's coming from here, but I can listen to that all day long, honey. I be in here twirling, but in the reggae music, of course, so I can listen to that. But then when the rap music come from over here, I'm on the phone calling 911. I'm like, and then they want you to go outside, go in front of the location, then call them. I'm like, are you really asking somebody to go in front of somebody's house and call 911? I said, do you know what you're asking someone to do? But I said this year I'm just gonna go to City Hall and just put something in writing, a noise complaint in City Hall, because after 10 o'clock at night, that's not allowed. That's not allowed. So it is what it is. We have to use what methods we have to live and accommodate, but I will never live anywhere other than a building. I need neighbors. I don't want the sense of community to be gone. I can't even imagine living in the woods where I had to rely on an ambulance to come get me. Now, before I did away with my other channel, y'all know I had an alert button on my neck. I had an alert button in my tub. I had alert. The ambulance was here just about every day picking me up. You talking about somebody in this apartment screaming? The lady over the next door, I just talked to her yesterday. She I couldn't believe one day she said to me, "I'm so sorry. I heard you screaming, but are you? Is there anything I can do when you?" I said, "Absolutely not." I said, "But I moved on this side of the place now, so you don't hear me screaming." But I said, I felt so sorry for my neighbors because I was screaming every single night. But then when I started to change up my sugar, that's when the pain started going away. And I kid you not, my hands are doing much better. All that dropping and stuff, I don't have it anymore. Only thing is, I keep my black seed oil on the kitchen counter. I take black seed oil every night with my ashwagandha and sea moss and all that other stuff. And my heel don't even hurt anymore. It's the front of my foot that hurts the most. But I believe it's because of all the carpet that's on my floor, because I walk a lot of times barefooted. So right now I have Vaseline and lotion on my feet, and I have on some very thick socks. So I have my slippers, but I can't really wear the slippers because if the toe trip up on a carpet, then you're gonna get a skid mark across my lips. Well, and then guess what, boys and girls? My dentist call. I have an appointment on Friday. After that, I have 2 more appointments, and then my missing tooth will be filled in. And yes, I know you already see my missing tooth, but I love myself, so I don't care. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna hide me from a missing tooth. I'm already bald headed, right? So it is what it is. Plus, does anyone notice I'm 55 years old? I'm a senior citizen, so I'm allowed to have like 12 missing teeth. Woo! But I'm gonna be so happy because my partial on the top, it is so painful to come out that I don't take it out until the day before my dentist appointment. So today's Wednesday, which means it comes out tomorrow for me to go to the appointment in the morning. It is so swollen that I need overnight for it to come down to for me to put my partial to try it on. So I can't wait, boys and girls. Ooh, I can't wait. Y'all gonna be like, oh, she got a new toy. I have zero qualms about going to the doctor to get my teeth fixed. I feel my teeth are nails and eyelashes. There you go. Nails and eyelashes. So I don't care what I have to spend. I'm gonna get my mouth fixed. I remember when I got my credit card, I think it's WellCare or something, I don't know, but it's a medical debit card. And I had that card and I used to get my root canals with that card. But I don't really want any root canals anymore. I don't believe in preserving a dead tooth. It doesn't make sense to me to go into the roots. No, take it out. Take it out. I don't want anything dead in my mouth. Anything that can come back. uh, drop out and I got to cover it up and all. No. And then I took a dental course in college as an adult student. I took some type of dental course, and when I found out the process to making teeth, that is just a hustle and grind. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that'd be something I need to get into. I applied for a college course, social work actually, and they called me back, and come to find out the link that I clicked on Facebook said that you can go to school for free. So I was gonna go, and then the lady told me it is $28,000 for the course, and you don't even get a certificate. It's just a knowledge based course. I said so. And I was willing to do payments once I finished the two loans I'm on if it was something I was able to do. But then I said, you don't get a certificate so that when you're speaking on YouTube, you can have your certificate behind the wall to say that you know something. She said, no, it's just knowledge based. I said, honey, I can teach myself social work. I'm good at learning. And I'm dedicated when I want to know something. So I'm not worried about that. So, but she sent me some information for some scholarships and stuff. They're not giving me the scholarship. They're not giving a 55-year-old woman a scholarship. I already know they're not. I don't even have to waste my time applying. Mm, 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 mm. Honey, anytime you want some dessert, just come over here and let me make you coffee. mm, 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 mm. I have French vanilla and hazelnut in this cup. Ooh. And I'm gonna eat two of my Gerber cookies. Those Gerber cookies are delicious, boys and girls. Mm, 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 mm. But I got a phone call last night, and he owns a store, so he wants to make me a sandwich and bring me a sandwich. When I tell you, it is so nice for somebody just to call you just to see how you're doing and make sure they can bring you something to eat. It is a transition that I am totally in need of because I'm a giver, but I just recently, matter of fact, I don't know if she would be upset if I mentioned her name, but I realized that I was with someone, still supposed to be with someone. I don't know what's going on. I just know I prayed yesterday and I just asked God to give me 24 hours, not texting, not calling. And then after the 24 hours hit, I broke down and cried. And I'm like, thank you. And now I asked for another 24 hours, no call, no. You know, when you move and shake a certain way, then people say, well, she don't call me. That's what I want. I just want to part in kindness. That's all I want to do, part in kindness, because I'm a giver. And it's not about a transitional give for me. But when I sat down and realized all of what I had given in the last 4 months that saved this person money, for whatever location those things went to, and I'm not saying just one person, I'm talking a few people hustling grind, but only one person just continue to take, and it was nothing towards gratitude. You didn't see gratitude, you just saw just the natural of taking. And I made a few tote bags for a few people, and I said, you can give me whatever you choose to give me. I don't want to actually pick a price, because at the time I was going through transition and trying to figure out what I was going to do. Every single person except for one outside of, I'm not going to mention that. Anyway, every single person did $10 a bag. And I was so thankful that I had decent people around me that understood the hustle and grind, my time and everything. But this person, when I said it to him, just took all of the bags, not even a word other than thank you. And I said to myself, that's okay, because it was completely fine. But then yesterday a video came on, and the day before yesterday a video came on, and the day before that, be mindful who you fall in love with, because if you're a taker, if you're a giver and they're a taker, they're going to take everything that they can get from you, and they're not going to have any boundaries. I didn't know what boundaries was for a long time. And once I learned what my boundaries were, I realized taking from me in that context is abusing my kindness. Now, I'm a giver, so I'm going to give regardless. It is who I am. And I'm not saying I'm going to take my last and give it to someone. I'm not going to say I'm not going to take my last and give it to someone. What I'm basically saying is I'm not looking for anything in return. I like to do what strokes my heart to make me happy. And I feel bad being in this situation the way I am because the government would see that as you have enough to give. And that's purely disgusting because you have enough to give the world over there and instead of giving it here where we live. So you a giver too in a certain way. It is what it is. But yesterday when I saw the video, I smiled because I realized, and now it popped up. Someone that I was with a couple of years ago was down south. Y'all might have remembered I was going to move down south. Well, said person is back here. So now all person. Oh, you should have seen that man's eyes when he wrapped around me a couple of days ago, and I'm like trying to push him off of me. He was so upset. He left my home and he slammed the door. I'm never coming here again. You're never gonna see me again. Bow the door. And I'm like, oh. And that was the first time I ever seen him even raise his voice, get angry, any of that. I mean, I never even knew he could raise his voice. He's been so gentle and kind. So I'm like, oh, is this how we playing now? So I gave him a couple days to calm off, and then he called me yesterday. Hello, honey, how are you doing? And I'm like, do you know how you left my house a couple days ago? You know, you made me so mad. I was so happy, so excited to see you. And I'm like, do you understand how you left my home the other day? But he called me yesterday. He was like, I just want to know if I can bring you lunch. I'm going to make you a nice sandwich. And I'm like, do you have anything other than bread? That's what I want to say, but I'm going to, hopefully he's not here waiting for me to open up the sandwich. I hope he knows I trust him, so because he's very tidy, clean up. I see how he is, he always changes gloves and everything. So he always wear his mask, damn near his face is covered. So I mean, you barely could recognize him other than if you knew his jacket or whatever outside. But I want the sandwich. I just don't know if I'm gonna get like roast beef or I don't know what to ask for. I'm kind of leaning towards not asking for that food, but asking for some halal. Halal, if I'm saying it, I love that food. So I'm thinking maybe I should just say I would like some halal food. I'm probably not saying the word right, but if I'm going to get treated to something, that's what I think I would like today. But I'm feeling a little better. I just don't like the false feeling better. But I'm kind of happy because I figured out that I'm going to jimmy that headboard in that room. But I'm hoping I can use my frame, just build around it in my frame. But I kind of figured I may not be able to do it. But I am definitely hoping that headboard will stay behind my frame just for right now to get that massive box that's coming. That massive box coming out of here. Please, mm, please go through your cabinets. If there's something that you haven't used and you can still use it, get to your kitchen and just start making a few meals. But I have to say, this morning I saw somebody's video and I was so proud of her. She had all kinds of bowls on the counter, but she had glass. She had glass bowls. Now, I noticed something just recently in my bowls. I noticed it a long time ago, but it never dawned on me. When I microwave plastic and the pasta sauce stick around it, and then you start to see when you wash it, is a certain dye that can't come off, and then there's a rim around it like a hard. That is plastic that was melting in my microwave that was going in my damn food. So I don't heat up my food in plastic anymore, and I don't want any of my hot food in plastic anymore. So I'm kind of like angry because the Dollar Tree recently had some glass bowls, and when I went there, they didn't have any more. But someone was on YouTube raving about the glass bowls they had, and they're gone. So now I have the pasta jars, but the mouth of the pasta jars are not tall enough, are not wide enough for me to drop a spoon in there. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to store up some food that I want to make because I want to store it in glass, but I don't have enough glass. And when I got the glass bowls I got now, I paid like 70 something dollars for those. And then I went to a store and found the whole set for $20, $23 locally. But I don't have anywhere really to store that. So it is what it is. Not store what I have, another, for me to have some glass bowls. But when I have my glass bowls in the freezer or the refrigerator, then I don't have access to my glass bowls when I want to eat a meal, because I'm not eating out of plastic anymore. And if I'm doing meals, I want to do my meals and I want to store my meals in glass. So it makes a major difference. So I'm going to figure it out where I'm going to get me some glass bowls from. But the little by little, the Chinese people send you all that stuff's going right in the garbage. I don't want that. I'm not even willing to store my craft supplies in it, because after a while it looks trashy to me. I don't want to be in a situation where I have to save everything just to call myself saving $1. That's not saving $1 if my home looks a certain type of way. My craft room is already, wall to wall, But I went in there yesterday and I got some stuff a little bit sorted out. And I'm going to do another listing for craft supplies on the marketplace. So I'm going to downsize again. But I realized something. I'm going right back into the greeting cards. So it is summertime. I'm not going to be able to go outside like I want to. The heat is a killer for me. Then staying in here running this air conditioner 24/7 stress my brain, because once the bill get over a certain amount. So, but I did read that something with Canada with electricity, so maybe they may take that surcharge off. But it is horrible what I see people posting $700, $800 for electricity. Oh my goodness! And with me, electricity is, you have to have your electricity on to stay in this housing right here. So it is hard on all fronts. But boys and girls, I got a pain in my back and it's coming through the front of my body right about here. So I'm about to lean forward and end this video before you hear my sound like opera in here.